There's a woman who got so intoxicated on a Carnival cruise ship that she fell overboard.
Jeez.
And the judge just ruled that Carnival Cruises, in which she was sailing, is 60% responsible for her fall and for the incident after serving her 14 tequila shots over 8.5 hours. The whole situation is terrible.
Oh, that's it?
That doesn't seem like it's crazy.
14. I mean, over the course of the entire day, that's...
Yeah, over 8.5 hours. But how do you get 60% responsible?
Right.
That's
It's weird.
so odd, right?
It is.
Yeah, but we do have our official attorney, good morning, Lisa Lanier, on the phone with us to explain exactly what happened in the situation and how they got 60%.
Yeah, hey, good morning. So one slight fact clarification.
Yeah?
She didn't fall overboard. She fell down a flight of stairs.
Oh, thank God.
And
Okay.
it was into an
Thank
area
God.
that was the crew only. Well, that's what you guys have me for. I read the details.
She fell into the pit.
It's just funny. I've never heard somebody, oh, thank God, when they say they fell down the stairs. No, I fell down, oh, thank God.
Yeah, she fell,
You've
so
heard
she
it twice,
woke up
Jared.
Yeah.
After, and her lawyer says it was 15 tequila shots. Carnival Cruise Line said it was 14, but, we're splitting hairs here, right? 14, 15. So she became disoriented. She blacked out, and she fell down a flight of stairs into a crew only. So in the area that was marked crew only. And she woke up the next morning, and she had a head injury, and she was pretty significantly injured. And she woke up going, what in the world happened? And so the way they came about the 60% is that the vast majority of jurisdictions, like all states except I think 3 are all that's left, have some version of comparative fault. Whereas the remaining 3, which includes North Carolina, has contributory negligence. And under contributory negligence, her fault would be a complete bar to her recovery, any fault on her part. So any responsibility that she had to drink responsibly would mean that she couldn't recover against Carnival. That's the way, way, way minority position in the United States. So the majority has this thing called comparative fault, and that's what they applied here. And under comparative fault, the jury has to decide the percentage of fault. And here they said, yes, she was 40% responsible here because she drank too much, right? She made a decision to drink these tequila shots. But she reached a point where she had been overserved and her judgment was impaired. And at that point, the responsibility the jury thought shifted to Carnival, that they should have cut her off. And because they also have a duty, like she has a duty to drink responsibly, they have a duty not to overserve patrons, like bars do, restaurants do, even party hosts. When somebody's gotten to the point where they're slurring and they're staggering and they're clearly overserved, then you have a responsibility as a bar to cut them off. And that's where their percentage of fault came in. And so what it means is that they evaluated her damages at $500,000, but awarded only the percentage of fault that Carnival, was allocated, which at 60% was $300,000.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a great breakdown.
Did she get severely hurt?
Yeah, it says that she allegedly fell less than an hour after her final drink. She suffered a concussion, possible traumatic brain injury, back injuries, tailbone damage, headaches, and bruising. It's like the time I fell down the stairs.
Yeah, you
But
got
that was
nothing.
the middle of the night.
That was sober, Katie.
Yeah, in the middle of the night.
Lisa, I have a question about this. This is annoying me. For one thing, two-parter. One, there's times when I have fallen down because the boat shifted and I'm not even intoxicated. So does that contribute to any of this, that she might have fallen down anyways? And the second question
That's
is,
a good point.
There's a lot of times where, one, I can be sitting in a chair and not slurring, not doing anything, and I'm really drunk. But they can't know that I'm as drunk as I am, and we don't know, did she take some of her friend's drinks? Did she drink her? And then all of a sudden, she became this drunk that quickly.
And on, just to add on to yours, Jason, on the Carnival, I mean, just like you could go from bar to bar, I think it would be even easier at a Carnival on a cruise because you could just walk to a different section of the boat.
Right, exactly.
You know,
well, now they keep track. They keep track of all your drinks.
On your card or
because
something?
they allow you a total amount of drinks.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so each bar knows because of your tab?
It's all connected.
Unless you share with friends, they wouldn't know, right?
Okay. I didn't know it worked like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure they knew how many drinks she had. And so that's part of the issue is, but if you're just in, a bar down the street and they don't have any mechanism for keeping track of how many drinks different bartenders have served you, then their responsibility really is to be worried about if you are visibly intoxicated. You've been visibly the next drink would be over serving you. But if you are one of those people that can just drink and drink and drink and you seem fine, then there's going to be a problem proving that you were overserved, because there has to be that evidence that you are over that line.
It seems very tricky.
Yeah, it does.
For sure.
It does.
And then like Matt could have 14 tequila shots, I'm guessing. Well, now he's lost weight.
I don't know about 14.
But when he was a colossal fat A, he could have done it easily. Over 8 hours?
He's not anymore.
But he's skinny now. Like, I think now he'd be in trouble.
It definitely would have taken me a lot more than someone else.
Now I bet you get drunk fast.
Probably would.
Yeah.
But you don't. You're not really.
I don't really drink.
A lot of bars are becoming much more, careful about this kind of thing, because there are a lot of situations where somebody gets overserved and they go out and, cross the center line and hit somebody head on and kill somebody. And then, then the family is looking to the bar and saying, hey, you overserved this person. And there's so much video everywhere now that it's harder for a bar to kind of get away with it, right? Because there's proof, like there's, tons of video of the person staggering and slurring. And, so they're becoming a lot more careful. I investigated a potential dram shop, which is what this is when you go after a bar owner. I was investigating one against a popular establishment that where scantily clad women serve wings, and and they actually had a system where as soon as somebody had 2 drinks, it was tracked on their POS system, and a manager had to override for the waitress to serve another drink to that person.
Oh wow!
And,
only 3 drinks.
So that was pretty impressive. And I don't know how they did it per table. I guess if it was like a table of 3 adults, you would have to hit 6 drinks or something. But so I don't think it was that sophisticated. But it was still. Yeah. It was a way of tracking.
It worked so well they went out of business.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or they were.
Right.
Yeah. No, I know. I guess you have some ways to track it.
Katie, have you ever, maybe not, maybe Katie or Matt, I have seen people drink and drink and drink and drink, and they look, if they're sitting at a table, they might be wasted, but you can't tell. They're like,
maybe if you
I'll
talk
have
to them
another.
like a little bit, you might, or even if you just witness them. But yeah, for sure,
They're not
you think,
falling
God, they've
down
been,
or-
yeah.
And they don't even look that, and then all of a sudden they stand up.
Yes.
And then that's when you're like, oh, you've had way too much.
And that has happened to me before, where you're having cocktails with your girlfriends or sitting around and you stand up to go to the bathroom for the first time.
You're like, whoa.
You're like, oh, okay. That's a lot.
Like who? I've had too much and you didn't realize? Like to you personally that you'd had too much?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I had an ex that like she would just get sleepy, but you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell that she was hammered.
And,
Right.
didn't you have somebody at the Kevin Hart where
Anna at Kevin
passed
Hart.
out?
It was like
But
her,
it was like, wait, what happened?
it was like her third date, and then she like, I love Kevin Hart, and
Then fell asleep.
she watched the 3 opening comics and laughed like she was dying laughing. Then didn't laugh at all during Kevin Hart. I'm like, dang, Kevin Hart, is he bombing to her? Like, and I looked over and she's asleep. She slept through the whole thing.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
It happens.
Sometimes you just got to go night-night.
But you couldn't tell, like,
Sometimes
otherwise
have
couldn't
a little
tell.
nap.
Yeah, just a little nap.
I mean, out. Out. All right, Lisa, you're the best. Appreciate you.
Did you want to?
we got a porn question for
Yeah, we
Lisa.
do.
Wait,
Lisa.
Wait, hold on, Lisa.
Are you there?
Go
We
for
got a
it.
porn
Hey,
question, yeah.
Jason, do you remember?
love a porn question.
Yeah. So in this state, in North Carolina and a couple other states, they've, I guess the porn sites or different states have different laws. They require you to verify your age. And Pornhub, which is probably the biggest one, now has a post that just says, we're not even going to deal with this because, we can't. They just don't want to deal with it. So they made it so they have some kind of, if you're in this state and tracks your location, you cannot get on it. And then usually a paragraph pops up and says, this is why. So one, how come then other sites that are just like that still do it without any verification? And how are they getting away with that?
Well, they're not supposed to. I mean, I think the law is, that you have to verify. And so it is so difficult to do that they do this geofencing thing where they can tell where your IP address originates from, and they can block you. And they're just taking kind of the safest approach, which is we're not even going to deal with it. But other sites, I think, have responded in terms of like trying to verify. And if they're failing to, then they could get in a lot of trouble.
Well, I mean, it seems like it's a huge money loss for the Pornhub site. Not that I'm saying we have to have that, but other states you don't.
Right.
Well,
right.
and then,
No, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is a huge monetary loss for them. And but I guess I think that the remedy, and I haven't looked carefully at that statute, but I think the remedy is that the Attorney General would be able to sue them and recover damages under that statute. And so, and potentially, I guess there's potentially criminal implications to it, but so I think they just don't want to mess with it.
well, and then we're also talking about OnlyFans because Shannon Elizabeth, the actress from American Pie, is now on OnlyFans. And Jason brought up like, well, what if somebody got on there as an OnlyFans model and they're underage?
Mm-hmm.
But there had to be verification of some sort. But like, well, let's say there is verification, but then somebody tricks the system somehow. Like, is who would be liable for that?
I think if a person had what appeared to be a valid ID, but it was fake or something, I don't think that OnlyFans would be responsible for that because, I mean, they've provided what, appears to be a legitimate ID. But I will say with all these real IDs, now they're very difficult to copy. And I don't know if somebody goes on and registers with OnlyFans if they have to provide more than that, or do they just have to provide an ID? But those IDs are very hard to copy.
Because Landon, my son, who's off at college, got a fake ID, and it's a real ID, and it scans, and it's not him, and it scans, and he can buy what he wants to buy. I think that's done with. He can't use it anymore. He lost it.
Did he just tell you that?
No.
Because he also told you he had a job at Chick-fil-A, and he didn't.
Lisa, you missed that. It was the greatest thing ever. Jason's like, I think he's lying about having a job at Chick-fil-A and some other things, and he's in college. And so we called Landon. Like Landon, he finally answered because he didn't know we were calling. And we're like, you got to be honest. Do you really have a job at Chick-fil-A? And he goes, no, I do not. And he was telling Jason's wife, he was telling his mom like people about coworkers and his schedule, and he never worked there.
I even asked him. I said, "Did you work yesterday?" He goes, "Yeah." No, because he realized it was Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
That's a pretty good fake ID if it
It
scans.
scans like he can get right into the bar.
That's very
A lot
scary.
of bars have a scanner at the bar, boop,
Yeah.
and it looks enough like him. In fact, he even goes to the places that do scan because a lot of times the places, I'm not going to name the big one around here, but a store to buy alcohol, you go, boop. They are so content on the scan, it's like they don't look at them. They're all about that scan. But other places that don't have a scanner really pay attention more to the photo.
Got it.
All right. Well, and Lisa, if you have a chance to go to our Facebook page, Jason, there's a photo he doesn't like of himself. We just want to get your opinion. You want to put a comment on there.
Okay. Why is this?
I'll check it out.
Thank you, Lisa.
Is it the haircut? Is that what the problem is?
Oh my gosh, Lisa.
Another
What kind of
complex.
day am I having?
No.
When
it's
it rains, it pours.
It really
It's
does.
a photo that makes me look bigger than Jared. I don't know why.
Yeah, there was somebody who said,
Oh, bigger. Like that's the measure. I'm not bigger than you.
we read some comments earlier, which were pretty funny, but then also there are things we couldn't read where people were photoshopping, like, you don't look bad, and they made you fatter, than even fatter. Lisa, are you on your cell phone? Let me text you. You can look at it right now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Are you
All right, this is
kidding?
the one. And then his wife picked it. She favorited the photo.
Because of herself.
I know.
She's not looking at me. She's looking at her face.
And he thinks he looks fatter than he normally looks. And a lot of people are saying
And
he looks
Lisa,
fatter.
you've known me. You've seen me
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
studio.
that's not a great angle. That's not a great angle.
It's
You
not
got
a
it?
good one.
You need to turn straight onto the camera, like
Yeah.
straightforward.
But that's not me.
Yeah, see, like,
No, that's not you.
yeah,
Thank
like you and Sal are on the ends, and Sal's probably 40 pounds heavier than you. You look like you're twins.
While you're on the phone, Lisa, do I have a
Did
legal
somebody
case?
photoshopped a tummy on you there? Is that what happened?
No, that's legit.
Let me ask you, Lisa. Jared posted this on his social media site. I asked him to take it down. You do not have my permission, and he still left it up there. Do I have any legal?
I didn't hear don't have my permission part.
I said take
Not
it
on
down.
not on his private social media site, but if you put it on a commercial
Like
social
his-
media site, you
like
could
our
ask him
radio
to take it down.
station.
Oh yeah, maybe, but you probably have already signed away some rights on that.
That's
have.
true.
How
Yeah.
much
Read your
is
contract.
the station
Read
owner.
how
your
much do
contract. I
you?
bet
Yeah.
How much do you charge for a retainer?
Well, how would this
I'm
work? 'Cause-
guessing your contract gives the station the right to put your picture on there.
Well, because both Jason and I have we have the same high-powered divorce attorney. What if it came to like where we both wanted him to use him against each other? Would I get to use him first because I hired him first? How does that work?
No, there'd be a conflict there. You couldn't use them to go after each other.
Yeah.
Dang, he's good though.
Bummer.
I need. Well, all right.
Well, Lisa takes these cases.
Oh no, I'll take Lisa for sure.
Yeah,
There's definitely a
I think
conflict
this
there.
is right
'cause
up her alley.
She would definitely.
But she really doesn't seem like she has a want to do this. So.
No,
You don't
please leave me out of this.
You can make upwards of, and plus, like, you could win a verdict against me. How are you going to collect? You can't collect something that doesn't exist.
No, you can
He can make you do yard work for the rest of your life.
you can garnish your paycheck.
Yeah.
Go after your car.
Ooh.
Like get a new car.
Yeah, I did get a new car.
Oh boy, it's not looking so great.
All right, let's not. You're assuming he would win.
Do you know who we're talking to?
Yeah, that's true.
Loophole Goodman is what we call him.
That's true. All right, Lisa, you're the best. If you're injured on the job, contact her right away at hireaheavyweight.com. She does a lot more than that as well.